I'm going to speak one more time about Wag the Dog because it's a lot of things are occurring to me as I'm thinking about it, having watched the movie last night for the second time in my life. The first time I ever saw it since it was released. But the time that I saw it, when it was released, I thought, well, okay, it's a clever enough movie, but it didn't really hit me that hard. This time when I saw it, it was like, wow. I mean, talk about revelation of the method. Talk about a movie just telling you everything that they're up to, with no shame, no holding back, and just willing you to believe that it's not real. You know, that's what's pretty incredible about this movie. And so I recorded 2 videos already. It was supposed to have just been 1 video, but here's the secret that I didn't let on. But I actually ran out of space with that first video because I needed to get rid of some some stuff, some storage on my phone. I am, technologically speaking, a boomer. Not age-wise, but technologically, I am pretty boomer-ish. And I will lay claim to that. I will cop to that. But anyhow, so I recorded 2 videos. It should have been just 1 video, but in those earlier 2 videos, I was talking about just my thoughts in general about the movie and the significance of the movie. You know, almost a half a century later, how it revealed so much about what the elites really are doing behind the scenes, how they are controlling things, how they are manufacturing news, you know, the kind of technology that they have access to and that they use. It's really incredible. I can't, you know, I think in '97 when I saw it at age 26 as a normie conservative, I just thought this was sort of you know, what if we lived in this kind of world? You know, this is like a, you know, what if this was if things really went this far? There's like a cautionary tale. No, and now I see, no, it's not a cautionary tale at all. It's a blatant putting it in your face kind of thing. Again, maybe for good reasons, to try to, you know, maybe Mamet is a, you know, like Pizzoli of True Detective. Maybe he's somebody who wants to bring the truth out there in some way, or maybe not. Maybe it's just you know, revelation of the method, laughing at, you know, the masses, showing them what all they're doing and how there's nothing they can do about it, that kind of thing. It's hard to tell, you know, from the vibe of the movie. It's not easy to really tell. Now, one other thing I wanted to discuss. This is a smaller thing. Okay, talking about being a boomer, I stopped the video just now because I realized I don't remember this guy's. Okay, now I remember it. I remember now. Great, that was all it took. Okay, Woody Harrelson shows up in this movie. Woody Harrelson ends up being this guy who's like mentally deranged, maybe kind of retarded, but he's somebody who's been in prison for a long time, and what he was charged with doing, what he did was apparently he raped a nun. That was why he got jail time. But now they've chosen him to play the role of this hero character. This you know, without getting too much into the story, you know, they have to drag out this war, this fake war in Albania, a little bit longer in order to keep the focus on something besides the president's sexual scandal involving a young girl, an underage girl. They try to they're trying to keep the focus on war in Albania, and here's a war hero, and you know, that'll get them to vote for the president and keep their attention away from the scandal, which would get them, would turn them off and make them not want to vote for him. So it's Woody Harrelson that is chosen to play this role, and I just have to wonder right now with what I've heard, and this is just gossip. I don't even remember where I heard this. It's gossip, but it's compelling gossip, and maybe you've heard it as well. When you think of Woody Harrelson, what's he really got going for him? I mean, he's not a bad actor. He's been good in things. He can be kind of, I guess, semi-charismatic in a sleazy sort of way. But I mean, he's not great looking. He's not somebody who you think, who you would have thought, there's somebody on the trajectory to be a movie star, and be in all kinds of high profile, roles. He's not somebody that you would have thought would have been on track to being an A-lister, or an A-minus lister, whatever the hell. I don't know enough about the hierarchy of Hollywood, or care enough. But whatever, something like that. Okay. And of course, remember that Woody Harrelson also was one of the two True Detectives on True Detective season 1. So his the gossip about Woody Harrelson is that it's well known that his father was a criminal, and a ne'er-do-well, and apparently worked as a hitman at some point. And what has been said is that he was one of the men who killed JFK, and that Woody, being his son, obtained this career because of the leverage that his father had for from committing this crime of the century. So he was able to, or in some manner, they were able to leverage a career, make this career for this guy who would never have had a career otherwise. And if that is true, and maybe you've heard this, I don't know how prevalent this gossip is. And again, I wish I remember where I had heard it. But if it is true, then the inclusion of Woody Harrelson in this movie as the guy who's supposed to be the war hero, but he's actually a fraud. He's actually just this deranged, psychopathic, oversexed, kind of cartoonish monster of a person, who ends up getting shotgun, getting shot because he assaults this overweight girl in a filling station, and her father sees it and shoots him, and then he has a funeral, and the funeral is supposed to be the funeral for the war hero, and that's how they save the day, and basically save the president, make it so that he is reelected. In any case, I just think this whole, if this is true, the whole inclusion of Woody Harrelson in this role is in a way, that's like an inside joke within what is already an inside joke. The movie itself is an inside joke. It's saying, we know this all happens. The audience doesn't know. The audience just is going to think, oh, this is just a fanciful tale, or a satire, or something. We know this stuff happens, and we also know that Woody Harrelson is this fraud. Not to take anything away from, I've thought that he's it's not that he doesn't have any talent or anything like that, but he's not somebody who would have had a career, perhaps, if not for the leverage of being the son of one of JFK's murderers. So that really struck me when I thought about that. I was like, whoa, yet another inside joke within an inside joke. That is this movie. So I would recommend, if you haven't seen it before, watch this movie and see for yourself, see what you think. It's really quite incredible what they were telling us way back in 1997, before everything, when it was just still the innocent, comparatively innocent 90s, before the internet, before 9/11, before pedogate really hit hard, before all the mess that everything that's been generated and manufactured and astroturfed and everything, over this mess of what is the last 2 decades, in particular the last couple of years, going back to 97. It was all there. So again, let me know what you think, and I think this is the last video I'll make about this, about the movie. It did really have an impact on me, and I do recommend seeing it if you were interested in the same kind of things that I'm talking about here. All right, thanks for watching. My name's Andy Nowicki. You can check out my work at altrightnovelists.com.